Hi everyone, I'm Humbly Anna Anders on this YouTube channel. This is Easter Sunday, April 16th, 2017. This is the Christmas Story house here in corrupt Illuminati Cleveland, Hollyweird. This is the Christmas Tree Story house in corrupt Illuminati Cleveland. This is a fake story. This is a Hollyweird fake story that was made up by a Hollyweird producer. It wasn't a real story, it's a fake story. Now notice how they got a fake story house and they kept it up and they turned it into a museum and everything. I'm Humbly Anna Anders. I used to live off of West 11th and Buer Avenue at 1013 Buer Avenue. I'm a peace activist, but I'm also a family member to the corrupt Cleveland abduction story. My cousin is Nancy Ruiz, her daughter's Gina De Jesus. And I gotta tell you, the corrupt Illuminati, bad boys, Purple Mafia that made this movie, that also made the Cleveland abduction story, that also created a couple books and benefited from it, and also covered up the facts of the Cleveland abduction story. They had Ariel Castro's license plate number within 48 hours. Within 48 hours, they had Ariel Castro's license plate number of Gina's abduction. The Cleveland abduction story is a factual story. It's not a fiction story like this fiction Hollyweird story. But they're going to keep this house up, and they're going to keep it up, maintain the grounds and everything to turn it into a museum. Clevelanders like fiction stories. Not all Clevelanders, I'm not saying all Clevelanders, but we've been distracted and protracted by the corrupt, hidden agenda of Hollyweird. See, we get all distracted by glamour and glitz. Glamour and glitz, but the real information, we don't want to look at that. We don't want to look at the facts. We prefer fiction, like this fiction Christmas tree story here. I'm Humbly Anna Anders on this YouTube channel. They've gone out of their way to do this story, to preserve it, this home, taking care of the lands and the grounds here. And they went so far as to even buy, watch this, they have tour buses that come by to this house. And this is a gift shop here that you can come into to buy things. And I'm sure they have that lamp with the leg inside the house, inside the gift store or gift house here, and I'm sure you can get that. See, this is a fiction story made by the Purple Mafia, Hollyweird, big ballers that want us to be so distracted by their hidden agendas. They tore down a real story. They tore down that house. They tore down the facts, and they manipulated our family into tearing down Ariel Castro's home, and they put some bushes up there. Big deal. Big deal. You know what you should have done? You should have done your job, and you should have went and got Gina within 48 hours of her abduction and not obstructed justice. But you're going to go out of your way to make a neighborhood look good with a fake story here. I'm Humbly Anna Anders, one of the many founders of ForGlobalPeace.com. This is just an example of what the Purple Mafia will do to exploit people, to take their money, turned it into a museum here and stuff, so they're going to charge you. You best believe it. They're going to charge you. They love museums. They turned, they desecrated Ground Zero when they brought down the towers. They desecrated Ground Zero, and then they got a museum up there to, how do I say this, to preserve and protect their lies, their historical lies. Okay, they did the same thing with Oklahoma City. The Oklahoma City Museum there too, same thing. They always like to build museums to preserve and protect their historical lies. I'm Humbly Anna Anders on this YouTube channel. It's Easter Sunday. It's nightfall, and I need to get some rest. But I did a little bit of activist work here today in corrupt Illuminati Cleveland, and I gotta tell you, something's going on, because it's all over people's Facebook pages that some guy went on a shooting spree, supposedly, because I don't know, I wasn't there. So I'm not buying into any of it until I explore the facts. I prefer facts over fiction any day. So I find it ironic that they would choose Easter Sunday to do such a thing, and of all places, corrupt Illuminati Cleveland. So things are getting weird, like Hollyweird is weird, and they like exploiting fake stories and making money off of it.
And distracting and scaring.
And they like distracting and scaring us. Thank you for that, Carrie. And intimidation. They like fabricating boogeymen too, don't they, Carrie? Yeah, the recent boogeyman, Mr. Assad in the Middle East from Syria, you know, they always got to come up with a fabricated boogeyman, like Osama bin Laden did 9/11/01. They couldn't find him for 10 years like they couldn't find Ariel Castro. Guys, I gotta tell you, it's all a rich man's trick. It's all a rich man's trick, and you should watch a documentary called From JFK to 9/11, It's a Rich Man's Trick. From JFK to 9/11, It's a Rich Man's Trick. Now that's a documentary worth watching. That and 9/11 Loose Change. I can't think of any other documentary. Can you, Care?
Zachary Hubbard.
Oh, you know what? I prefer facts over fiction. So check out Zachary Hubbard. He's an activist who likes to get into gematria and explaining the Jewish language. He's a truth seeker, but he likes to get into explaining gematria, which is a language, a hidden language of the internet. Excuse me. Check out Zachary S. Hubbard. Zachary S. Hubbard on the YouTube channel, and you're going to see that he breaks it down for you. So here not too long ago, an example of his work is when Rockefeller died, David Rockefeller, the man who built the World Trade Center complex. He died recently here. It was the Monday after St. Patty's Day, 2017. When David Rockefeller died, he was 101 years old. That's a fact. The night before he died, the Cavaliers played a ball game, and they had a score of 101. Zachary Hubbard breaks it down in gematria, Illuminati explanation form. Check out his YouTube channel, his YouTube platform. I'm humbly Anna Anders. You can check out my YouTube channel, Anna Anders, capital letters. Anna Anders, capital letters. I do activism work. And we're trying to make peace flags. See, that was the problem. Right after 9/11/01 here in corrupt Illuminati Cleveland, I was trying to make some peace flags. And unfortunately for Gina, she was abducted on April 4th, 2004. And so the corrupt Illuminati Purple Mafia, who was involved in the events of staging the events of 9/11/01, covered that up and knew we had a hole blown through our sacred family tree. See, that hole, Gina was missing for over 10 torturing years until I came home from corrupt Illuminati Flagstaff, Arizona to look for Gina with my cousin Nancy's approval. So when I left out of Nancy's driveway, I said, Nancy, I don't know what I'm going to say or do, but I'm going to do it. I made an activist newspaper called All Eyes on It. All Eyes on It. I used my oldest daughter's eyes. I filled it to the gills, 4 pages, 8.5 by 11 with nothing but facts, not fiction. So, and then I closed up that newsletter with Gina's story. Now, I'm Anna Anders on this YouTube channel. I don't deal with fiction. I like facts. And the facts is our family tree had a hole blown into it for 10 torturing years for Gina De Jesus, Michelle Knight, and Amanda Berry. I'm done talking here tonight. This is factual stuff. We all been lied to from local to global by the Purple Mafia. That sky is almost looking purple, isn't it? Happy Easter, everybody. I gotta go. Thank you. Bye-bye.